Next on the stable, we have Ravi Shankar from Number Nagar. He is coming from Bangalore. Ravi Shankar is looking to raise rupees 3 crores in exchange for 7.5% equity.
Hi, I'm Ravi Shankar. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Number Nagar. I'm here seeking 3 crore Indian rupees against 7.5% equity. So introducing Number Nagar. So our goal is to be a tech-enabled learning experience provider, solving core problems of missing learning experience in children's life, especially in the age group of 5 to 14 years. So we have two business lines primarily. The first business line is something which is a franchise learning space that we are offering across India at this time. So this is supposed to be offered to only women who are seeking entrepreneurship as their first line of business. And currently we have 12 centers and we plan to expand to 300 centers within the next 4 years across India. The second business line is the app business line. That's where we are building content for and we are seeking the funds for. The first business line is on autopilot and we will not be utilizing any fund from this into that particular format. So we have an excellent team, myself and my co-founders. All of us are full-time and dedicated to one company. So I have always worked in one company, that was Wipro, and this is my only company that I'm invested heavily and running into. So essentially all our revenue models, we look at and aim at 40% gross margin. That's something we've always achieved from day one with all of our sales so far, and we continue to hold on to that in the future as well. That's our commitment to you. The key message that I would like to leave is that we are in the primary schooling segment, which is untapped at this time. There are few players, but there's an opportunity for us to be a top 3 player in the long term to come. So as you would see, we are looking at being a $2 billion company in India. That's a market size that we are looking at for what work we do, and it's quite achievable over the next few years. Essentially, our app business line will help us reach out to every child, every home. That's our goal, to be a household name. And our franchise learning centers will help children who need facilitator-driven experiences. So hence, with both of these business lines, we will be targeting the entire population that we have. So with our app being priced at an affordable amount of 2,000 rupees per year, we expect that we will be able to reach out not only to tier 1 but also to tier 2 and tier 3 markets, hence a mass opportunity for us to be a household name. So we've always participated in various forums, like this is an example, and we've always excelled in terms of what we believe and what we stand for. We have great partners, Times Group being one of them, and we look forward to building more partnership ecosystem. That's our belief for the way ahead. So currently we are funded by myself, friends and family, and Times Group, and it's a good family ecosystem, and we love to have you come into this family and create wealth for each one of us in the future.
Okay, horses, who's in, who's out? So what's the reason you all are going out? What is it that?
Valuation.
What do you think the valuation is? Why do you think it's so high? What is it at? What is it?
With current revenues of 1 CR, the valuation is at 40x.
Sandeep, you have a view on this?
So, see, I feel the franchisee, I think there is a difference actually, but the market that you are looking at from 3 crores to 23 crores in year 3 only on app business, most of the app business. App is a crowded market, and we don't believe that app business will give you that amount.
Sure. So my thinking is that the app business is saturated on the higher segment side, which is grade 10, 11 and onwards. Certainly I would agree with you on that. But I think the age group which is 5 to 14 that we are working with, first of all, we do not encourage children to use as much app as possible. Hence our opportunity is to make sure that we have parent assisted learning, and hence it is not a heavy duty video based approach, but hence a value based content approach which a parent and child can learn together. So that's the module that we're looking at, hence more focus on limited value added content, limited time, but more value. So hence
The ask has to be reasonable actually. I think 7 to 10x is what I believe could be the valuation.
Rajesh, you have a view on this?
Yeah, I think in my experience, even though education is a field where a lot of people tap it, in my personal experience, what I've seen is the founders have been able to make some money, but the investors, it's been a challenge because it's just crowded, and it's also a segment where, even though it's an aspirational item, there is a certain, ceiling to it. So, that's why I'm hesitant in this.
I'll move it to the audience. How many of you
I think somebody had shown a green flag on that side.
somebody has another thought?
I think the willingness to pay that apart from the valuation and all that, I've been involved with few companies. Education is one of those things I would love to invest. Unfortunately, the fragmentation that exists, and I don't think the parents' willingness to pay 20,000 for a child, between 6 to 14. I have 2 kids. I just don't think you have shown us that there is the variability in the business around that is just not something that I would probably just take a chance right now. So my advice would be, just think about, because that's an age where, people may not want to spend that kind of money, right? So if you can show that, then I think you've got some, I don't want to use the word traction, but you can probably show to investors that, yeah, I've got something solid and I can hook them up. Otherwise, what's the difference between Khan Academy and a bunch of YouTube videos and
a lot of free content being available nowadays.
I'm fundamentally also against the usage of cell phone by kids in that age group. So any business which depends a good percentage of revenue comes from usage of kids having mobile phones. That's not something that goes with me. I think unless it's for security or health purpose, but this is other reasons. So that's something that I'm not comfortable with.
So just to answer specifically in terms of the age group and the payability with parent. So where we are priced at is around 20,000 rupee for a child taking an annual subscription, right? That's a mention you did. So currently in that age group, we are only like 2 to 3 providers, and the provider who's been a global brand, so they have been charging at 40,000 per year for the similar age group, and typically every center has around 100 students on an average, and they have 125 centers in India and 25,000 centers across the globe. So what we are charging is hardly 45 to 50% of that, even though we have an opportunity to actually move ahead. So hence what we have priced it is it's a global product. We focus on concepts. It's an IP product. We have IP for it. But we also understand, as you said, how do you price it? And I think we've gone caution there. We have 300 students with our current centers in total, so which means I do have proof that people are paying that much money, and certainly there's an opportunity to move ahead. Sure.
Obviously, we believe you are fundable, but you should just think about how you're positioning this.
Sure.
And some of the things Nilesh said are very relevant. Thank you.
That was a pretty tough time for Ravi in the stable. The horses are geared up and not ready to give any chance to casual entrepreneurs. We shall find out more in the